Hail and greetings, Ragnarok Prepper here.
And I'm Mama Warrior.
And today we'd like to show you the first video in our Shedwars series. What we want to highlight is a lot of people grow things a lot of ways, but we want to share with you how we found to grow things to meet our needs.
Right. We are big believers in growing and producing naturally. So we like to use what's on our land to grow and flourish.
And we look to nature to find as many of those natural processes as we can. We live on 17 acres of wooded property. So a lot of our resources are going to be available within a hop, skip, and a jump from the house. Instead of having to drive to that big box store to pay all that extra money to put fertilizer in the ground when we can find it here, the way nature intended. So today's video, we're going to show you how we grow peas, which is a little different.
It is a little different. We have done this over the years and it's worked out wonders. We use branches right on our property that have fallen or that are dead off the trees.
And even if you're doing pruning in the spring, those branches are perfect as well if you don't have access to a forest. But for us, I mean, every day we find new branches.
Yes, there's branches everywhere.
So we'll start off our video with showing you our branches. So the first thing we need to do is gather some sticks. Here where we live, we have free sticks all the time. So what better to do than to use the resources around us? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just chop some 3-4 foot sections off of the top of this dead tree, and we'll keep walking. Alright, so now that we're back at the bed, I'm going to cut these larger pieces into some more manageable sizes. Like we said, we roughly want about 2 to 3 feet, or I'm sorry, 3 to 4 feet in height. We don't want it to be too tall. You know, peas don't grow that large. So here's one. Now what we can do, if needed, is you could always sharpen the end to make it easier to get into the ground. But really, I don't think we'll need to do that here. So we're going to start our middle row here. And don't worry about the shape or size at first, because what we'll do is after we get our row in, we'll come back and prune it down to a more manageable size as well, or to get any stragglers that are hanging out. So now that we have the center row done, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to plant some Alaska peas. And what we're going to do is just trench up and down both sides of the middle, planting peas on each side. So now that we have the middle row planted in, we're going to go ahead and do an outer row here and an outer row here. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and water them in real quick. It's not supposed to rain for a couple days, so we want to get some of that moisture onto them now so they can start adapting to their environment. Alright, so next what we're going to do is we're going to mulch them in with some leaves. That way it will discourage any neighboring birds or chickens or any other creature from coming in and digging out our pea seeds. Now, as you can see, it's just like walking through the forest. Remember, when you're mulching with the leaves, we don't want a thick layer, just enough to cover and disguise the ground to help hold that moisture in, and like I said before, to deter any feathered friends from making a snack out of your peas. So I hope you enjoyed our little video. Hope maybe you learned something, or maybe there's something you could teach us that would make our pea trees better.
Always want to learn.
So until next we meet,
Be
be well.